Welcome to No Movies in Hell. I'm Chris Geiger.
I'm LaClaw Scott, and today we are reviewing The Boy and the Heron.
This is Miyazaki.
Yes, I was going to say, I was like, wait, it's the latest Miyazaki film.
Yes. I've only ever seen another movie by him just once, and it was My Neighbor Totoro.
Okay.
They showed it at the Museum for the Moving Image out in Astoria.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute.
Yeah, I think that one is one of the cuter ones. Yeah, I really like all the fantastical creatures. Like it's just like common creatures, and then it's fantastical and really cute. Yes, I've seen My Neighbor Totoro. I've seen Spirited Away.
I have not seen that, but I've heard it.
Oh, it's great. Kiki's Delivery Service. I think I've seen a few of these recently, just from the pandemic. And kind of rewatching like these classic films that you hear about, and then it's like, when am I going to have time to watch that? And it's like, oh, I watched that. So
Now they have at AMC pretty regularly Studio Ghibli Fest, or
yes.
I guess it's Ghibli Fest, down at the Kips Bay location.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like almost always there's at least one Studio Ghibli movie that they're promoting. Anytime I go there, there's like a poster in the lobby, or there's like an ad and a trailer running before whatever movie I'm seeing. Howl's Moving Castle. I've heard really good things about that. I think that's probably the next one I want to go see. But there's no shortage of opportunities to see a Studio Ghibli movie.
Yep.
This one has an amazing cast.
Yes.
In the trailer for it, it looks like a cast that Wes Anderson would put together. Florence Pugh, Willem Dafoe, like all these like big names. I thought it was interesting. The Heron, when he's like, follow me, I'll be your guide. And I was like, no.
You're like, does not sound safe to me, Robert Pattinson.
And the kid's just like, okay.
Yeah. It's interesting because it's like these characters that are supposed to guide, the human. And sometimes the facial, features are just so pronounced and sometimes repulsive. And in this one, it was just like, oh, it's a heron. And then the heron like kind of turns itself inside out. And I'm like, oh, okay. Are you still going to trust this creature?
Right. I couldn't figure out, is the heron just a costume, or is the heron a part of that? I don't know what to call him, dwarf or troll or.
Yeah.
But he flies. So I feel like the heron is more than just a costume. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
part of its like being or aura when it's in that other world. Yeah, it's very interesting to see kind of like that come out. And then the dynamic of them two and trying to work together and figure out what's going on with Mahito's stepmother and the world building. At some part towards the end, not to skip ahead, but I felt like the animation changed. It was very different when you were looking at like the stones and the symbolism and trying to figure out how he was going to help find his stepmother and get her back. And then also, finding out like the little enemy armies were just hilarious.
There were many things that didn't make sense as you get further into that universe, whatever that is, where the older guy is like, I just need to stack these blocks. And it's like,
yes.
And he's like, I need more time. Like he's telling the Parrot King, I need more time. Well, how much more time do you need? They're right in front of you. Like just reset.
Right.
And the Parrot King is the Parrot King, but he seems to like not really have a lot of say in terms of like, you want me to give you more time? I'm not in charge here. Am I in charge?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where the power dynamic really was there. Like this guy has all the blocks. So you would think he would be he wouldn't need to ask the Parrot King. Like he would just say, I need more time. And the Parrot King would say, okay. But the Parrot King seems to be more in charge. I did like the parrots. I thought they were very like funny and cute. And also mildly menacing.
Yeah, I'm like, they were pretty savage. They were just like, yeah, they had like their own little army, and it kind of makes you think, like, what are they really secretly, thinking about? What is their what is their motive?
Right, and there are many times where the girl has powers, like, right, she has, like, the fire power, but if you
Yes.
have that, the parents that are chasing you, just set them on fire, like, why or set up a wall of fire between you and them, like, you could save yourself in many situations using your power, but for some reason, she didn't.
Yeah. Maybe it's just part of she couldn't exercise that type of defense against them. But overall, really, really incredible film. I just felt like it wasn't necessary. Yes, it's like animation, but I don't think it was necessarily for children. It'd probably go right over their head. I appreciate the animation for the adult audience to really make you think. I think this one is going to be like an instant classic, even though this is supposedly Miyazaki's last film, but we'll see.
Alright. Well, I think that's part of how he was able to get such a huge cast. Also,
Mm.
it's interesting that this one was in English. Or
Yes. Yeah. So it was
yeah.
English dub. They were able to get dub, and then and then it was with English subtitles.
But most of those actors speak English, like, natively.
Yes.
Yes. I thought it was pretty, but I didn't I had too many issues with the plot.
Mm.
Let's go to the slide. 26.5.
Yeah. So for you, you were just like no on the story. Like this is too much. Like too fantastical, nonsensical.
Yeah. No, I couldn't do it. The story lost me a lot. I did think it was very pretty. I give it a high mark for production.
Hmm.
Acting, I usually don't if it's animated, I usually don't give it more than a 2 just because I
Mm.
feel like there's a big chunk of acting that's missing, right? 90% of communication is nonverbal. If I can't see you and I can just hear your voice, I feel like there's a big chunk missing.
Hmm. I thought the acting was great for what it was in animation. I mean, I think like you can the voice and the conveying of the is it conveying of emotions and feelings, I thought were pretty spot on. I thought it was good. I like the hair and makeup. I think that for me it was an indicator of time.
Mhm.
So it was, trying like seeing what's going on with World War II. This was a very good film. I'll probably, revisit maybe kind of after award season, I think.
It's not replacing My Neighbor Totoro in my hierarchy of Miyazaki films.
You need rain, you need forest, you need like a little that I guess not little guy, but the big guy to pick up uh the kids for the bus stop.
Yeah,
Um
exactly.
yeah. No, that was good. For me, I'll take the ugly heron. I don't care.
Do you have anything to plug in this episode?
We are debuting our first annual No Movies in Hell award for the best films of last year. So
So I'll put the link in the description below as soon as it's ready to go. Well, thanks everyone. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
bye.